Welcome to MacroCode. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing. So I'm going to sign in to our employees management system. So as you can see, this is our employees management system. For those who are new to this channel, we are continuing with the employees management series. So we have our HR and payroll, we have our employees here, holidays, leave adjustment, leave balances, leave periods. We have the leave applications, leave types, the approved leave, rejected, security. We have the system users, the roles, the profiles, the audit logs, and you also have the administration. You have the approval entries, approval user group, approval user matrix, designation, departments, banks, countries, town or cities, system code, and system code detail. So on our previous video, we are actually enhancing our application to ensure that we are just making the look and feel. So here we have the system code detail, whereby you can actually edit, you can also delete, and if you go back, you're able to see other details. Then on the system codes, you have the edit, you also have the add button, you also have the delete button. So you're just ensuring that all the buttons are working. So we also have the add city. Here you can say, for example, Mwanza. Let's just say Kitale. This is Kitale. So this is one of the city, and then you can register the city. So you can also edit, so you can see and you can update that. So when you update, you see there is something wrong on updating under the cities. So if you go to cities, you can actually check on the update, and you can actually use it here. So I'll just go to edit, and from here you'll be able to see here I can check on the update, and here I can remove some of the things here. So from here I can remove, so I'll just say remove. So I don't want the created. So here, if you go to this model, you can be able to see what is causing the problem is this country. So and also as indicated, I said we'll be using our models to actually do this. So we'll be configuring automapper, then we'll change this from model to view models. So that's okay. So we can now be able to update our cities. So if I just launch our project, we should be able to update our cities. So let's just launch our project and see. So for those who are watching these videos for the first time and you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing, like our video, comment down below. And in case you want the source code, you can claim the source code using the link down below. So I'll just go here, and if we go to system, cities, and do update, I can now update our, you can see it's okay now. If we click delete, we're able to see some of the details. So here you can see we have the country code, the city name, and the country is actually a primary key. So we need to change that. So if we come back here to cities, we need to change this from, so here you can say city, and you can change this to, so here you can do, you can have this here. So let me zoom. You can have this here. Then this one, you can do this is a weight. Then you can return this here. So I like having it that way, and also using the one dot per line rule. So which makes my code a bit easier to read. Same case here, I think that's okay. So if I now go to our delete page under views, then cities, then under delete here, I can actually change this from country ID, then I can have this as name. So that's okay. So we'll be able to see our name now under country. So let's just open our application and see. So let's just wait and see. So our app is launching. So I'm going to sign in there. And as you can see, I have my administration, then under cities, I can now delete, and you can see I am able now to see the country name. So the same case to countries, when you add, you see we have the add new country. Here we can say so SO, you can say this is Somalia. So if I just do that one and register the country, I'm able to see that, and you can edit the country. So now we need to change this particular form. So you see it looks not the same as a register button, register form. We need to make it a bit more cool. So let's just go to our countries register page, under countries. So I'll pick this. Then if we go to edit screen, I'm going to also pick this, and I can say this is update. I'll zoom, update country. So then here, I'm going to remove this here, and I want us to do something here. So let me just go back here. I want us to have this row here. I'll just do within form, I can do that. Then this one I can do MD6. Then I can replace this here and this one. So we don't need the created by and modified by, and also modified on when updating that. So I can close this here. So let me just remove this here. I can do that here. So I'll do that. Then I can also close these other ones. So if we do that, then our form is closed. So if you do that, you're able to see it is closed. Then the next thing that you need to do is we need to ensure that the created by and created on fields are not, so you can say created by ID and created on are actually supplied back. So then the next thing is, let's just update our buttons. We need to ensure these buttons are looking the same. So then we can call these register or update country. So once we have that, once you have the update country, I want us to go back, so we can call these update country. I want us to go back to the controller under countries. Then you see here, we now need for the created by, this is how it was. You also need to ensure that the modified by or update is okay. So you see here, the update is also okay. But there are some things I want us to do. So I'll remove this. So we need to remove this from our model state for now. So then I think everything should be okay. So if we just now relaunch our app, we should be able to see that everything is working as expected. Well, so let's just see that. So I'm going to sign in here now. So let's just see here, countries, then add new country, then I'll just say edit. Then if I just say edit, you see now our country is update countries. You can actually say update Kenya test. So if we update that, you are able to see our country is updated. For delete, you see this is how the delete looks like. Let's modify that. So for the delete, remember we've been doing the same for cities. So I'll just go back here. Then I'll just copy this up to here, table row. Then if we go back to cities, I can do here that way. Then we'll have this. So we can call this T header TD TH TD TH. Then this is TD. This is TH. This is TD. This is TH. Then this is TD. Then this is TH. This is TD. Then this is T. So what I want us to do now here is I need to have these as 4. This is 4. This is 4. Do here 4, 4. This is 4. This is also 4. This is 4. This is 4. And you can do this 4. This is 4. Sorry, this is 4, not 42. Then this is also 4. So this is table row. I'll have two of them. Then I close this. tr. I also have another tr. Then I have this and this. Then I say here tr. Then I also have tr. And then I say this is tr. So if I format, I think it will be cool. Then I can now do here, let's just have these as we can do here table date table. We close that, and I also need to close my DAVs. So I'll close the last one. So if we check, all our DAVs are closed. So if we now go back here, then I think everything is okay. So let's just launch our app and see if we've modified that. So we need to ensure that we have everything in place. So let's just launch our app and see. So for those who are new to this channel and you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing, like our video, comment down below. And if you need the source code, you can always claim the source code using the link down below. So here, if we go to countries now, add new, that's fine. Edit, you see it's okay. So delete, this is how the deletes look like now. We have the code created by, modified name, created on, and created on. So our buttons are at the top. So what is wrong there? So we need to have our table here. So we need to have that there. Then another thing to note is our created by is actually displaying the ID. So let's just launch our app and see how this looks like. So let me just update our app. So for those who are watching this video for the first time and you've not subscribed, please consider subscribing, like our video, and comment down below. So as you can see, sign in. Let's just go to countries and be able to see if we can edit. So countries, we can edit that. Deletion, you can see now our delete is okay. But now for the created by, created on, and modified by, we have the ID. So we need to change that. So if we come here, instead of created by ID, we do created by. Then we actually do dot full name. Then modified by, you also do dot full name. So then if we update that, then we should be able to now get the names instead of the IDs. So you see it is actually blank now. Reason being, if we go to our edit under the controllers for countries, if you go to edit screen here, you notice that it is actually doing countries that find a sync. So we can actually do now here dot include, so x, so we just do x dot created by. We can also do modified by. So that's it. So we now have those two. So if we do that, then we should now be able to, so here we can actually do find a sync, find first or default. So, and here I can even change this to where we do here x dot id equals to id. So if we do that, then we are good to go. So the same case you need to do here is also the same case you need to do under delete. So this one, we need to do that here. Yeah, so you can actually even do so this is a good way of also filtering. So let's just go back and relaunch our app. So if we do that, I'm going to launch our app. So let's just launch our app. So for those who are following this episode and you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing, like our video, and comment down below. So if we go to countries, then now do delete. So you can see this is now, we have our created by, created on, and we have the dates here. So that's cool. So if we check on our form, just ensure that everything is okay on our delete. So you have 4444444. That's okay. So the next page to check is on the banks. So on the banks, you can see on the index page, you have the created by, created on. So let's just update this. Go to banks. Go to banks here. Where is it? Then under index, we can actually change this to created. So that is the headers. That's cool. So let's remove the modified on and the things. And also let's remove the view. Also created by and edit. You can do away with that. Let's do away with the view. But for the created by, I can just do created by, then dot full name, and also created on. So for that, I think I'm cool with it. So if we go to banks, I'll need to ensure that we have, so you see this is our index. So I'll just copy this here. And I can say this is, I can define a variable here. We say banks equals to that. Then we need to say here, dot include, we do x, then we say dot created by. We also need to do modified by. So then we format that. So we can do this across our application. So for example, and let's just check and edit. We need to ensure that we are actually doing that. And you can say this is find first or default. Find first. So this one, we need to say find. What is wrong here? We need to do that. And we need to say find. So find first or default. And you can say x equals to x dot id equals to id. So if we do that, then that's okay. So we have our banks. Then we can also do the same for the delete. Where is the delete? So delete is here. So you also need to do the same here. So I'll just do that. And we are cool to go. So let's just relaunch our app now and see how our index page looks like. So we are going to ensure that we provide more of these and enhance this application, and we'll also be taking comments from you guys. So if you have any comment that you want us to do, please feel free to update. So I'm going to do here banks. So there we go. So you have a challenge. So you see we have an issue here. So what is the issue? An object reference. So let's just go to banks. There is something we missed to do. Yes. So you see here, we need to pass these on the view. So that's cool. So let's just relaunch again. So sorry, we need to just click that. Then we should be able to launch our app. So let's just launch our app and see. So I'm going to sign in. There we go. So there we go. If we come back here to countries and banks, so you see we have the name, account, created by and created on. That's cool. For add new, this is our form. So let's just change that. So we are just going to pick what we had done under cities, and we are going to copy this form here up to here. Then here we just go to banks, and we are going to do the same up to there. So that's cool. So the next thing is I just do here MD6. So then I'll just be replacing this here, here. And also for the created by and the modified by, we don't need them. So I'm going to remove these ones. Then the next thing that we need is, the next thing that we need is to ensure that we actually close this in a row. Then I'll remove this and also have this there. So format it, ensure that all our tags are closed. and we are going to ensure that we provide all the, so you say this is add new bank. Then here I'll just check that we have everything in place. Then we can actually copy even these ones here. So then I'll say register bank. So once I'm done, then I can launch our app and we should be able to see that. So let's just launch our app and see if that is okay. So I'm going to do that. There we go. So we are going to launch our app. So here, then let's just see. Go to banks, add new. There you see we have now. So here I can just put in the bank. Let's say COP. Then say cooperative bank. So cooperative bank. Can put in the account number. So you see registration is not working for the bank. Why? So let's just check on that. If we go to banks and check on the create, so let me do away with this binding. So here I want to check something here. So I don't know if we have the created by. Yes, created by user. We should supply the user who created. We also have created on. So I'll just do that. It's date time dot now. Then this is then here I'll just do dot remove. Then we can do that. So here I'll only do two things. I'll do the created by, and I can also do modified by. So let's just confirm how that looks like. So under user activity, then we have the modified by. So we need to remove those two so that our application goes through. So if we relaunch, let's just relaunch and see. So we should be able to have everything in place. And now when relaunching this, we should be able to create our bank. So there we go, sign in. And then if we go to banks, I'll say add new, do COP. So that is a COP. Then this is cooperative bank, then account number. And if we register, we have our cooperative bank there. So you see this is now how it looks. For the edit, you see this is how the edit looks like. So let's modify that. So I'll go back to create bank, and I'm going to copy this as well. Go to the edits page, and I'm going to update this. So this one, instead of create, we do edit. Then here I'll just do cool MD6, and then I'll just replace this here. I'll also do this here. Then I'll close the div, I'll remove this and update this. So our closing tags are okay. This is update a bank. So then here we can actually do, we need to supply back the created by and created on, created by ID and created on. But now when we are modifying, let's also take back our buttons for updates. So we just go back here, we replace this, and we say this is update bank. So when you are modifying the bank, let's just go back to bank. Then on edit, let's also copy this. So on edit here, I'll just say this is the post. So here, I'll just do one thing. So I need to say dot modified by ID. I need to supply the user who is logged in, user ID. Then I also need to supply the modified on. So I say here date time dot now. So that's cool. So then we need to get the logged in user. So I'm going to get the logged in user. Where is it? Under create, we have that. So under create here, I'll just do that way, and our update will be fine. And remember, we need to supply these to save changes, and we should be good. So let's just relaunch our app and see if we can be able to update a bank. So that's a simple way on how to update a bank, and we can update every details now as we go along. So we notice 90% of you guys are watching our videos and you've not subscribed. So if you're one of them, don't be that way. Please consider subscribing, like our video, and also comment. And you can share with your colleagues. So if you see on update, so let's just do this as a test. And if we update, you see it is now being updated. So for the delete, this is how the delete looks like. If we do that, we don't need to, we actually need to change also the delete screen. So let's copy what was there under cities. So this is how it looks. So for the country, delete screen, we need to do this here. So you say, are you sure you want to delete? Then I will say this is table head, table data. So this is TH, this is TD, 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 this is TH, this is TD. So then what I need to do is I need to ensure that I have this and I have this. So I'll also close this. Then I have our TR. So I'm opening that. Then I have this and I have this. Then I also need to close that. I need to also open. Then I also have 1, 2 here. Then I will close it here. I open another one. Then I can close it here. Then sorry. So I can close it here. I can also close our table. Then we can format it. So that's how we are formatting. Then we need to now close our divs. So if we format, we need one. So if we format that, that's how our div looks like. So the created by here, we need to have our header and also created by the full name. So we do full name. Modified by as well, we need to have the full name and not the ID. So you do created by or modified by, then you need to have the full name. So if we do that, we need to now go back to our edit and under the bank and edit, we need to find out if we have this. So ensure that you've included this, and that should be good. So let's just launch our app again and check if everything goes on well. So if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. If you haven't also acquired the source code, you can also claim the source code. We'll actually provide the source code with the database and even some credentials. So you can actually clone this and you can use it or improve it the way you want. So you see in delete now, this is how our delete looks like. We have the name and also this one. But there's one thing that we need to change. So if you go to delete, we need to change this to 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, yeah. And this one is 4, 4. Let's just do that. So you update this to 4, this to 4, this to 4, and also this to 4, this to 4, this to 4, and this to 4. So this one also to form. So if we do that, update, and we should be having everything okay. Let's just check. So that's cool. So if we update our application, we should be able to see we have everything in place. So you can see now we have the code and the names. So I think we are good to go now. So if you check now, our next series will be on the departments. So I'm going to leave it there today and stay put for the next episode, as we are going to ensure that our employees management is complete, and we are also going to add a very important module. So stay tuned, and even we are going to do even up to payroll. So that is it for today, and see you in our next episode. Bye.